Welcome back to Rise and Shine. And I am still very happy to see you, and we're going to have some people here today. I don't know where they are. Oh, I'm sorry, there you are.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Big as life.
Yeah, you're the one I used to know that heads up the Chamber of Commerce that haven't been down here to see me in months. Oh, yeah, that person.
Yeah.
Vicki Gardner.
You've had the good fortune of having Terry Jones here.
Yes, I know.
And she is managing our Rocky Mount branch and doing a great job.
Yep, they have come a very long way in establishing a chamber office in Rocky Mount.
Yes.
And it's so much fun. I can't tell you how many people are smiling. These are dyed-in-the-wool people from the middle of the county, from Rocky Mount, that remember a chamber office there and remember the involvement, which was a different kind of involvement, different kind of chamber, but whatever went on, if it was at Ferrum or wherever it was, that chamber was involved. Well,
Sure.
You're involved in, I would venture, 100 times more out at your office, and now
Yeah, to
we've
have
got
the
a
branch
place
office
in
right here.
Rocky Mount, and thank you for that. If nobody has ever thanked you, allow me to be the one to say.
Well, I
thank
can't
you.
take all the credit. It is a team effort.
Okay.
I would say Adam Lynch was probably, I love that guy. He is the inspiration behind so many, it's full throttle.
Yeah.
Full throttle. And he has built a team. This was the vision. There was no other direction but straight ahead, and put guidelines, put deadlines, and as a team and the board of directors and staff, we made it happen. And we're in a great place too, right there at the center with United Way there, the perinatal center, being, roommates, so to speak, and so. It's worked out well, and it will continue to gain ground. It will continue to serve the community.
It will.
More and
It
more.
will grow. How are you?
Oh, terrific! Yeah.
Haven't you having a good summer?
Oh, we've had a ball. Yeah, the weather being terrific has been beneficial, but we have had so much fun. Had the kids in, had the grandkids in, had a wonderfully successful Pirate Day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We, of course, under the circumstances, did not get out there, but I had reports from fellow pirates, and pirates have a funny language.
They do.
The way they talk. Yeah, they lots of arg.
R's and mateys.
Yes,
Oh, everybody loves pirate. It is fun. At our house, we've traditionally had a party, and we're fortunate. We're right on the water.
You're right on the lake there,
we're on,
so
and
that's handy.
We have had it's our friends, their children, and their children. So it's all ages. We had 2-year-olds, we had teens, and they just, you put a water balloon in a kid's hand and let them throw it at an adult, and it is just laughter. Yeah. And it's spread through the community. And so this is where it benefits everyone. Yeah. I don't care where you're at. You don't have to be on the water. But when visitors, they can choose to vacation anywhere they want to. And there isn't a whole lot going on between the 4th of July and Labor Day. It's this dead space. And so we chose the 3rd weekend in July as part of that, let's keep activity going. And people out there, they can choose. Do you want to go to the beach? Do you want to go here? And you know what? If we get a few more people saying, let's go to Smith Mountain Lake because they're having Pirate Weekend and it is so much fun, then that is going to spill over to them coming to downtown Rocky Mount, to doing business, going to the Harvester, traveling around. So it is a theme that is easy, fun, and this year massively successful.
Yeah, I was down there the other day buying some wonderful vegetables, Mr. Poindexter, and who drives up at Merle Haggard? So
Wow.
I say, excuse me, are you lost?
You didn't start humming and breaking into song?
He pulled in parked in the back, hopped out, came, surveyed the place, got back on the bus. And
Wow.
Today's newspaper, ladies and gentlemen, it's got pictures of people lined up around the building getting in.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's a living legend.
yeah.
Oh, if I could have been there, I missed out on it myself.
Yeah.
But that harvester's been bringing in some of the top names, and there's just a buzz out there that it is always done well, it is done right, it is affordable, and we're just so lucky to have that team of people.
It's a good place to be.
Yeah.
This area.
Sure.
And, all right. Well, now you would classify the 7th day of this month as what? Middle of the summer? Second half of the summer?
I don't know. School's starting. Goodness gracious!
But it's still warm.
Oh, sure.
And if you're back in school soon, I'm sorry. I mean, no, I'm not sorry, but you know what I
we're
mean.
getting our education.
But there's lots of time, lots of weekends.
Sure.
And there'll
there's
still be
so
things
much
going on.
There is so much going on, and it stretches all the way through to the holidays, to Christmas. And just take a look at that calendar. As a matter of fact, I'll put in a plug that any organization, anything that's happening that's open to the public, it can be posted on the Chamber's calendar of events. So you go to the website, which is, just remember, your Smith Mountain Lake, visit smithmountainlake.com and hit community calendar and post an event.
Right
you
there.
can put that information. If you look at that, you're just going to find there is something going on, I swear, every single weekend during the week all the way through. So there's no slow up in the action because the weather changes, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
It's nice. Yeah, lots of activity. We have missed some of it this year, but we're keeping up with it, and it's always fun. It's always good.
And now we get to look forward to the colors are going to start changing, and autumn is my favorite.
You like that?
Oh my gosh, I love autumn. Love it. Oh,
It's
you
the
are
end-
turning grumpy.
The end of something, you know?
It's the beginning of the holiday season.
Beginning of something. Yeah, that part is good.
Sure.
You know, but
Yeah. Well, snow is not my favorite. But anyway, so a lot of stuff.
what's
going
happening
on.
that you want to tell us about today that we cannot afford to miss?
I just want everybody out there to be aware of what's happening with the 50th.
Okay.
50th celebration of.
Great point. I've been waiting for somebody to come in and say that.
Yeah, well,
All right.
I brought you a
All right.
brochure, and these brochures are available. All the information is online.
In brochures. Oh my goodness, yes.
Sure. So the brochure shows a brief history, what's happening, and the celebration for the 50th anniversary of Smith Mountain Lake is going to be going all through next year. It will kick off on October 21st with a film premiere. The public broadcast, the Blue Ridge Public Broadcast, has done a documentary, a full-hour documentary on Smith Mountain Lake. And so we're having a premiere at the theater there at
Bob Kamisha
Westlake.
was talking about it when I sat with him very recently, and we were discussing.
He's
just that.
everywhere. He
Yeah.
does a great job. Yeah.
And have you met the new county administrator?
Yes, I have, Brett.
Brett?
What a fine guy. He has a winning smile and winning attitude, and he's pretty darn smart too.
Yeah, well, he graduated from Frank County High School.
Well, all right.
He's a local guy,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is kind of a nice
So-
plus, but yeah.
That's a huge plus.
Yeah.
But I think he's going to do a great job. And in filling the shoes of Rick Huff, Rick was one of the finest people I have ever known.
Yeah.
I just love that guy. Wish him well. But they selected a terrific replacement.
Amen.
Yeah. So
This is a neat thing. Ladies and gentlemen, what we're talking about here is this little brochure. But there is something for everybody
and
in the coming year.
this is just the beginning. It truly will extend beyond paper. We'll be posting all of these things in social media and so forth. But everything
Wow.
will have a 50th theme. And as I say, on October 24th, they are having this red carpet premiere of the documentary. And you know that this is going to be just terrific. AEP kicked in
What is that
huge to
date?
making this. It's October 24th.
Okay.
And what they will have, and they're going to have a pre-party.
You know, the last one I've got is July 14th. I don't know where I've been.
Oh, my heavens. Well, we'll have to
I
get you updated
I don't really think
here.
I've seen one either.
Huh.
I have checked my email, but
Okay.
see, my limitations with the computer stop at emails. I don't do anything else.
You will.
I'll never do it.
I remember. Oh, yes, you will.
What am I?
You are one
what is the
smart
thing,
fella.
What is the thing that all my grandchildren and children and everybody is on?
Oh, well, I think Facebook is.
Facebook.
Well, they're way beyond Facebook. There's no doubt in my mind. And
I'm not there.
I have to say, it is just every day. But once you find out how these tools work and how handy they are for helping you, I will bet you Google things. If you're looking for something, you need immediate information on something, you don't Google.
Go to the library, get a book.
Well, that library is
That's boring.
super important, but it's not always. I will say, I will all of a sudden look in the refrigerator and say, what do I do with this turnip? Oh, I will Google turnips and I will come up with a recipe.
That's
and
neat.
Then Tim cooks
That's
it.
neat. That's neat. Then
Tim's
you
my
your
cook.
husband.
Tim's my cook.
She's
But,
cooking behind.
sure. Oh, things are so easy now, but it takes a little effort to
All right,
learn.
but we got into
Let's
the
get
50th
back, yeah.
anniversary.
50th anniversary, lots of different things. And let me tell you how all this has happened. We have a steering committee, and they pretty much are overseeing this effort. The chamber, it's really a flow-through thing. The chamber
Who's the-
is helping to.
Bill, who's the
Bill
chairman?
Piat.
Bill Piat is the kind of chairing it.
He is the chairman. Jerry Hale, everybody knows Jerry Hale, one of the greatest guys out there. He has done more for our community than, if you ever just tried to write it all down, it'd take you forever to read all the things that he has done. He has even written a song, a great song, and next time I come on, we'll have to play it. But it is on our website, and anybody can click and hear it. So it's a Smith Mountain Lake song. Now we have a documentary. We have this whole list of all these things that are happening all year long. We have, through the efforts of Barb Nocera, who works at the office, we'll have to bring her on one day. She is, again, inspirational. She is just a powerhouse of getting things done. Through Barb's efforts, we have 3 historical markers now that will say the Smith Mountain Lake, and one will be in Pennsylvania, one is in Franklin, and one is in Bedford. They will be erected on March 7th.
Wow.
March 7th is
That's
the actual
something.
date, and it is just endless. We have bike routes, we have the YMCA, and working with AEP, they're doing, if anybody can imagine this, a 50K. This is
You're not
I
talking
get
about-
tired of driving that far.
You're not talking about 51Ks. You're talking
This
about.
is a 50K run that is across the mountain over the dam. There is someone out there that is the champion of this nationwide, maybe even worldwide, that is getting involved.
Wow.
And they're bringing out the iron people to do. And then there's 5Ks, 10Ks, but we have just so many different events, and they're being filtered through this committee so that the committee can help in getting recognition and helping along. But organizations, the Lions, the Rotary, all these organizations are doing different things. And I brought a sample. Didn't bring, I don't know where you show this, but
Just lift it up right there. You can look in the. Look in
the
one.
Quilters
The
Guild.
Quilters, yeah.
has-
They always make and do
Oh,
some beautiful.
They were the first ones that came out, and they said, how can we help? We are going to make a 50th anniversary quilt. We are going to donate it to this effort. We are selling tickets for it at $5 a piece. We're going to draw the winning ticket. on March 7th, but all funding from this gets pumped back into the costs of many of the things that are
really a
happening
big
with
thing.
the 50th. Yeah, this is Cindy Clark is the person that designed this,
Look
and
at it.
it's marvelous.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It is beautiful. People come into our visitor center and they see that quilt. They see it's only $5 to take a chance on
that's
winning
nice.
that.
Everybody can do that. You know,
Yep.
everybody pretty nearly can. Everybody can do $5 to try to win that
Correct.
quilt. That's
Well,
amazing.
this isn't everything associated with this 50th. Again, there is all funding goes back into marketing this region.
Right.
It all goes back into making the region better and better. So, and having the 50th to work with is great. We have completed our legislative agenda, and I'm going to, it'd be impossible to get all the way through that, but I want to leave this with you.
All right.
We've got a government affairs committee that is just looking at ways that we, from a chamber perspective, the things that we focus on, the things that when we do go to Richmond, when we go to Washington, that this is our legislative agenda, and we can talk to and receive feedback from our legislative representatives.
So you do have their ear.
Indeed.
That's
And a
that's
great
big plus.
working relationship
Big
with
plus.
all of them. And as a matter of fact, we have a candidates forum that is coming up on October 6th. We have Jefferson's Assembly, which will be held in Bedford, and that is, I don't even have the date on that right now, but I will make sure I get that to you. And then, of course, we go to Richmond in January, and that's when the General Assembly all comes together. So,
It's gonna be an
yeah, we're
amazing
watching
year.
out for, you know, we just want to do everything that we possibly can with focus to make sure that everything's going well.
Where are these brochures available?
Online, but at the visitor center, and we also have them at our branch office here. And they're constantly being updated. So as things are added, we add them to this, distribute them out in lots of different ways. But, you know, if you pick this up today, 2 months from now, it may be completely different because more
I like the
organizations
fact
are doing things.
that there are so many sponsorship levels
Yes.
in order to get, starting with a signature sponsor,
Correct.
which has got to be the electric company.
It is AEP.
And they have jumped in on
stepped
that.
right up to
Wow.
the plate.
Gold, silver, bronze, and so forth. But
Mm-hmm.
everybody is involved, and it has 2 pages in this brochure already, folks, which I can't imagine there could be anything more, but time will tell. But so many things. Next year is going to be quick. Well, we're pushing it. This is August. This is great. Be aware, get it, be involved. What's happening tomorrow?
Happening tomorrow. What is happening tomorrow?
I don't know.
Tomorrow's
but
Saturday.
This is next year, and here we are talking. We've spent 90% of the time talking about next year,
You
and
know
it's
what?
a
We
big
have to.
deal.
It is, and with the 50th, all of that, we've been working on it for 4 years, and all of a sudden, I am catching my breath and saying, "Oh, it's coming up so quick." Do we have
gonna be
everything in
amazing.
place? So there's a lot of things that are coming up with the chamber. We have our Connect meeting that is going to be on August 11th. That is at the Smith Mountain Lake Association office. If you go down Scruggs Road, it is right
There's a sign
behind.
there. You
Yeah.
can see it.
There is, and that is an opportunity for any business person out there. There's no cost to it, and you can go in, meet other business people, exchange cards, and everybody around the table, and which, you know, it can accommodate 25 people. Everybody around the table gets a chance to say a little something about their business, meet other business people. You can't believe some of the things that have happened as a direct result of walking in that room, sitting down. I didn't know that you did this. I didn't know that your business offered that service. Let me have your card. And all of a sudden, we're referring, doing business local. So just contact Annette over at the Chamber if you are interested in learning more about Connect. And you know, we have new members. Wine Festival is coming up.
Yep.
The Wine Festival.
I've been pitching that a lot, and you know that's fun because you go through the pricing changes. if you got your ticket to the wine festival
In June.
in the beginning, it would be practically nothing. And each week it goes up in
Well,
price.
each month.
Each month.
And here's what happened is that if you're a chamber member, we always do something special for chamber members.
Right.
And so chamber members got the deepest discount. I mean, less than half price.
Yep.
And that was during June. During July, the price went up, was $15. And that was open if you came in to purchase or if you bought it online. You can always buy these tickets online. Super easy and very safe. Then on August 1st, all the tickets went to the outlets. So there's about 25 outlets just all over in Roanoke, Lynchburg, and so forth. And once they go to the outlets, there is no change in the ticket price. It just, you can't
But
switch
everybody
that
had
up.
the opportunity.
Everybody did, and they're still discounted. Right now, it is the tickets are $25 and they're $30 at the gate. So, everybody's going. Ticket sales
Great
are
event.
just
Great event.
And you need to know that it is. This brings in. We're hoping for 15,000 people this year. This brings new people. It brings back people when they come in for an event. They attend the event, but guess what? They're spending the night. They're dining. They are coming into Rocky Mount. They're coming into Bedford and spending their time and money and getting to know. There's people that come in for the wine festival that end up saying, you know what? I love this community. This is where I want to settle.
How many people have said that, more than I can count, that if you try it, isn't there a commercial that says, try it, if you try it, you'll like it?
Yeah.
And that's, there's a lot of activity, and that's underlined this year because the activity in anticipation of what's going to happen next year is quite unbelievable.
Sure.
So it's good.
And from the chamber perspective, we hope, we are basically the conduit that brings business together. We want to introduce people. We want our business people to know one another, to know where each other's business is located, what they have to offer. And that's why we have Business After Hours. Business After Hours, we have it the third Thursday of each month. Carillion, who is one of our gold sponsors, our Chamber Champion annual sponsor, they always have an incredible Business After Hours, and theirs is going to be this month, third Thursday. And this is a benefit for chamber members, that if you're a chamber member, we encourage you to come out. And then our job, our task at that point, is to introduce people. Carillion gets to talk about what they have that is new and upcoming, which is over the top. They just are remarkable in what they have done to make medicine simpler for people.
And every month they have functions in Rocky Mount at the hospital.
They have
the
so
third
much going
floor
on.
there, and then lo and behold, a few days ago, head down to Virginia Tech.
Oh, yeah.
And look what Carillion is involved in now.
It's simply amazing, and what they are doing is again to take all of a person's medical information so that there's no more guessing. It is they're able to take a look and be able to refer. The new building, from what I read, is going to have the doctors from orthopedics all the way through. It'd be much bigger than I can explain.
We learned a lot about that this week because those, of course, are the doctors that are taking care of Dee. And we came by and looked at it, the old grocery store, which is now unbelievable what they've done to it. And I guess it's going to open with 30 or 40 doctors that are specialists.
And they can refer. It is going to make it easier for the
So many
patient.
things
The
going
care
on.
is going to be better than ever.
It's
Better
amazing
than ever.
as you look around our, town, county, region, however you want to name it. And it's very difficult. You have an interesting task because you got to tie a lot of this together. And you do it without emphasizing one over the other, but at the same time emphasizing everybody equally, because if you do that, there's not a person that's going to not find something
Oh, that's true.
true.
And the challenge, well, we're always challenged to make sure that we get timely information out, that we across the board share the things that come to us, and that's where it begins. Is businesses and individuals, you cannot just join an organization, and for us, Chamber of Commerce, a business organization, you can't join and do nothing. If you are really looking to go to the next level in meeting people, in doing business and engaging in the community and helping out, you've got to make an effort. You have to attend things. That's why I say attend the Connect and meet 20 more businesses that you might not otherwise know. Attend. If you're a chamber member, go to the Carillion's Business After Hours on the third Thursday, 5 to 7, Professional Plaza right behind Kroger there at Westlake. And meet some people. You have to make an effort. You can't write a check and say that didn't work with putting forth no effort.
Right.
You have to show up. You have to engage in your community, meet other people.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
It's fabulous.
I mean, the point is, when you walk in a door, you have the potential for having new customers.
Of meeting somebody
How about
that you
that?
say, if
Just
I
that
wasn't
simple.
here,
Yeah.
again, I always say this, 98% of success is just showing up.
Showing up.
And people will show up, they'll meet somebody, and the next day they're on the phone asking questions, and the next thing they have earned somebody who is either going to be their customer or refer them. Because
We are known in this market here, I think, pretty much throughout the region, the country, the world, the area, the continent. I don't know how you break it, but everybody has a little piece of what's going on known as Smith Mountain Lake, and then, of course, Virginia. And I compliment what you are doing and what's happening through the chamber, and then all the people that are working so hard. It's a wonderful time, and it's good to be here as we have the opportunity to wave the flag.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Now,
It is.
hard work.
Well, I love hard work.
Yeah,
I couldn't imagine.
Yeah. What do you do?
I just can't imagine doing nothing.
All right, is there
there's
anything that
lots.
we have missed for kind of a now that we should be doing, or we've covered? You know, this is an interesting time of the year because it's near the end of a season. But you will be making, I would guess, a more concentrated effort to flow through this end of the year, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, into January because of what's coming next year. So there's going to be a lot of people involved.
There really is. And I do want to say that just to let everybody know, there is a lot of effort that's taking place. The undercurrent for things like Route 122 that connects us. You know, eventually there will be an I-73, and we're really keeping our finger on the pulse of these things. We know that there are some things that maybe sections of 122 that could use some improvements. We're always focusing in on the bridge, but we want that connector that is in Bedford, and Franklin County is a working partner with Bedford on getting a train stop there. Think of how nice it would be when that train goes to Roanoke that it stops right there in Bedford. And we have petitions. We have, I believe, close to 8,500 signatures on the petition saying, and not one person I've asked has said, nope, not signing that. Everybody says, boy, does that make sense. So we get travelers that are using the train up and down to hop off there in Bedford and travel on down to the lake and travel on down to Rocky Mount, and it's
to do it by train.
It's so much fun.
I was on the train
It's easy.
when my grandson is on the board up at the Transportation Museum, and I got to ride the first train.
Have you ridden the 611?
Yes,
Ooh.
that's the first one.
Yes, yes.
And I rode that back, all the way up and back. And matter of fact, he was at the house yesterday bringing me up to date on what's going on. And that's another thing that's going to tie in very well.
It
Bev
is.
Fitzpatrick, God bless his black soul. He is amazing.
He is a
Oh.
great guy and has been very responsible for this.
Yes.
But so there are things that are happening on this level, this
Yes,
level. You know,
yes.
it is personal, it is business, it's community, it's lake, it's state. And we have committees all keeping those plates
But you're
spinning
tying
over
it
our
in
head.
too,
Sure.
aren't you? Each area is relating and each place so that it can all blend.
You have to prepare.
All right.
So that you know, we started on 50th 4 years ago. We got started on this train stop in Bedford probably a year, 2 years ago, knowing that 2017 it's going to be hitting Roanoke. So we really need to have this, and it's not a big depot. We're talking a platform. Hop on, hop off. 3 minutes,
Doesn't
and
matter.
and
That's a
the
good
ease,
one.
but it'll allow us to travel, and it will bring in droves of people, and we need to be prepared to serve these people, to have them have a wonderful experience here, to have all of these events, the various things, so that when they come here, they say, just like we live it every day, that is the greatest place on earth. The people are friendly. It has everything. I want to be part of it.
There's so many things going on. Now, ladies and gentlemen, these brochures are available at the lake, at a lot of places, but I'm saying you can go by the chamber office, and it lists the first event of the anniversary year as February 13th, but there is a year full, and you think it's been good, busy, and involved. You ain't seen nothing.
That's right. And if you belong to a group and you want to be part of this, we have the Jersey Girls are trying to establish a dog park, and there is the Cardboard Boat Regatta, and there's, oh my goodness, look at this. The room is filled up. There's a lot going on.
We have got, believe it or not, the 16th annual Warren Street Festival.
Yeah.
Just about on us. And, you know, aren't you glad you're living around here?
I love it.
Isn't it amazing?
I love it. There's never a
There's a
dull
lot
moment.
going on. If you have any questions, what's the best contact phone number?
721-1203. That's, of course, we're 540-721-1203. Pick up the phone, give us a call, check the email, check the website. You can go on Facebook there. We have a Facebook page for probably everything going on. You want Wine Festival, type in SML Wine Festival. The Chamber has a Facebook page. It is so easy to communicate these days. And any way that we can help out, get you started, get your business engaged in the business community, we're the one-stop source.
You tired? Don't answer that.
I will never get tired.
Vicki,
of this. I love this stuff.
you're a gem. I thank you just simply for being you, because you have the enthusiasm, the wherewithal, the ability, and if nobody during the course of what's past, what we're in, and where we're going should stop to say for 1 minute, Vicki Gardner, thank you.
Oh.
Well, don't poke.
Yeah.
That's, you did it with the help of a lot of great people.
And
Right?
I
Okay.
have to say that.
But ladies
It's a
and gentlemen,
team effort, and
it's
you're part of it.
amazing. But thank you for coming down and bringing us up to date on it. You know, we could talk for 3 days on it and we wouldn't scratch the surface. So just remember, as the year, I don't want to say it, as we are in, what month is this? August. It's a beautiful month. There's lots of things going on everywhere. The 14th and 15th is the Warren Street Festival. That's the most immediate thing. There, You just missed a great concert at the Harvester. Whoa.
more
A
coming up?
living legend walked the floor in there and presented a concert. And at Smith Mountain Lake, between now and the end of the year, there will be more than its share of activities. And then as you go from there into next year, hold on to your hat.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank
Get
you for
involved.
coming here. It's amazing. It's amazing. And the folks that come in and talk about it are all excited about it too. They when she came down here,
Yeah,
when
Terry.
she was excited about it too. So it's good.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
I have no intention of slowing up at all. I want to keep up with Adam.
Adam is a hard one to follow.
I know. I can't.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
keep that pace, but
Yeah.
he's a wonderful inspiration.
I like him. Sometimes not sure if he's coming or going because he's always so busy. But anyway, Smith Mountain Lake Regional Chamber of Commerce, Vicki Gardner, who is here now with me. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it wonderful? And you're right in the midst of as great a happening as you're going to experience in your lifetime. That's saying a lot, but I don't think you've ever experienced anything like as we gain momentum over the next few months. But in the meantime, there's still a plethora of things that you can do right here in your own backyard. And that's what Becky and I, what's your name? Vicki and I are talking about. Thank you for coming by.
Thanks for having me. I'll be
And,
back next month.
Catch your breath, but keep on motating.
Yeah.
Okay?
Alrighty.
Thank you.
Say hi to Dee.
I will, sure. Ladies and gentlemen, pay attention, okay? Now, one of the things I mentioned, I have a belief that we're going to start talking about Warren Street Festival. I think there's a lot of things we're going to talk about. So don't leave. Stay right where you are. You're going to be very pleased. I'll be back in just a moment after some words from our sponsors. Thank you.